Okay. All right. Good morning. Looking at the tape yesterday, obviously disappointed in the finish. Really started off the game on both sides of the ball. Not ideally what we wanted to have. So going into halftime, we did a really good job of circling the wagons there together on offense and defense, and came out and executed well to put ourselves in position to win the game. Talking about the last plays, really proud of the way the guys worked all the way from the 1 yard line down to get ourselves in scoring position. Made a lot of nice stops there. Again, had some penalties on both sides. We had the offensive OPI there for Cole on the 1 that set us behind a little bit. And then we had their penalty, the DPI. And then we had the hands to the face, which was a penalty that put us behind the sticks there to 2nd and 20. Ended up taking a sack on there. There we got to execute a little bit better, obviously, at the tackle position. That was a draw play that we had called to put ourselves in position there. And then once that play was over, we got sacked, and it was 3rd and 26. With the 36 seconds there, got sacked there at 32. And then our decision at that point was to be on the ball, hold our timeout, and get the play off at 15 to 10 seconds in that range, throw it into the field goal range there, and then call timeout and then kick the game winner on 4th down. The operation wasn't fast enough, and we didn't do a good job of executing there in that moment, and that was the decision that we made and went with during that time. And also know that the other option that you could have had was at 30 to 28 seconds, you call a timeout there, and then you have no timeouts. You throw the ball, the same type of play, throw it in there, and then you do your fast field goal into the game there, and then kick the game or the game tire there to force it to overtime. So those are the two options that we had. We went the first option to hold the timeout. Wasn't re-racking the play. The first play was a draw play, and then the next play was a different play. Could have went to Cole or Rome on that one, and then we would have called the timeout right there. So that's where it is. I watched the whole last drive with Thomas this morning. Talked to him about all the details about what the calls in terms of where we were, and I thought the operation was good. Just the penalties I thought put us behind the sticks a couple times there. We were in scoring position and really could have owned the game from there. But again, ultimately, all these decisions are my decision. I take full accountability for them, and we didn't get it done. And it's unfortunate for the players, for the fans. And again, we're going to get back to work. We got San Francisco coming up, and watch the tape today again and finish that up, and then get on to San Francisco. So with that, I'll take questions.
First question, Pat Finley.
Matt, did you have any conversation with Ryan Poles or Kevin Warren about your job going forward this morning or last night?
I had several conversations with the guys. I always meet with a debrief after the game. We talked about the game, talked about decisions that were made, plays that were made, plays that weren't made, and we talked about the whole game. So again, I'll meet with those guys later on this afternoon, but just a normal operation that we always have post game.
Okay, so you have talked to them already, or you will talk to them later?
I have talked to them post game, like I said, the debrief after the game. We always do that, and then I'll talk to them again today.
Next question, Courtney Cronin.
Matt, on that note, since you say you're going to talk to them again today, are you confident that you're going to be keeping your job going forward in the next week?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to be working on finishing up this game, doing a good job of evaluating that, our after action report like we always do, and then I'll be working into San Francisco. Again, those are conversations we'll have, and again, I'm confident that I'll be working on to San Francisco and getting ready for that game.
Next question, Jason Leeser.
So, Matt, you have certainty that you're coaching the 49ers game?
The operation's been normal, Jason, in terms of debrief after the game, coming in, grading the tape, meeting with the coordinators, and it's been normal operation.
Alex Shapiro.
Can you please take us through the operation as the seconds are starting to tick off at the end of the game? Is there anybody in the headset saying, "Hey, should we consider taking a timeout here? This plan A, like yes, we want to run this play and get the pass in the middle of the field and then call a timeout, but right, it's going too slowly." Is there any conversation about, hey, maybe we should go to a plan B here?
Yeah, so our hope was, like I said, at 15 to 10 seconds, once that sack occurred, that we would get the play off and be able to utilize that timeout there. So once you get past a certain point, that using a timeout, the fast field goals is really, it takes a certain amount of time. And once you're past a certain point, our hope was that the ball would be snapped at 15 to 10, and then we would call the timeout right there.
Colleen Kane.
Matt, what have your conversations with Caleb been like over the last 15 hours? And did he give you an explanation for why it took so long to get the snap off and why he changed the play?
Yeah, it's just, I had a conversation with him last night, him and Thomas at the same time, and again, operation is on everybody. It's on me first, and then it's on, everybody that's operating on offense. So we were just hoping that we would get that playoff in time. And that didn't happen. Again, that's ultimately on me.
Jason Leisure.
Matt, you laid out an alternative scenario where you call timeout after the sack and do the fast field goal. In hindsight, when you look back on it with the clarity of being able to slow everything down, see the result, do you see that as the better path?
Well, you look at it, in your in hindsight's 2020, right? We're all sitting here on Friday after the game, and again, the first option didn't work. So obviously you look at the second option, and thinking that would be an option that you should choose. But again, we chose the first option. That's where it was, and our hope was we'd get the ball snapped off in time, and then we utilize that timeout and put ourselves in position to kick it.
Pat Finley.
Matt, did Caleb make a mistake in checking the play at the line of scrimmage at the end? It took a couple of seconds that wound up being pretty valuable to you.
Yeah, I think he said it last night, and again, I'm understanding what he did because when the clock got down, he realized it was the last play, and he went and changed the route with Rome. So again, I'm not. He was trying to win the game at that point. With the one when the clock got down under, I believe he snapped it at 6. I believe.
Two more. Colleen Kane.
Just confirming, are the players in the building today, or are you waiting till Monday to do the full team meetings and breakdowns?
Yeah, the team meeting will be on Monday. We'll start a new week. This is our normal operation for Thursday games. They're off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then come back in on Monday.
Do you worry about letting this sit, not going over the whole end of game stuff? Do you worry about letting it sit the whole weekend and kind of, them having questions about it and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've talked to a few players, and again, I'll reach out to a couple more guys and as we go through this day to day.
Last question. Courtney Cronin.
Matt, real quick, just on that first quarter challenge on the pass interference, what did you see that made you throw the challenge flag?
On which one are you talking about?
It was on the pass that was incomplete to Jamison Williams, the challenge that was overturned, first quarter.
It was the fumble, no fumble.
Well, yeah, it was the one that it looked like a fumble. Well, what did you see on that to throw the challenge flag?
Well, yeah, so we saw control with him, and we saw the 2 steps, and we saw a third act. So that's what we saw. And again, that would be a catch, and then it would be a fumble. So we thought it was a pretty big play. That's how we saw it up top.